I'm actually not too sure if many of you have played Demon Slayer games on Roblox, considering most of them are either simulators or role-playing games. One common theme with most of these games is that they rarely get updates. Demonfall, which is surprisingly not the subject for this video, has had 4 updates in 2 years, and still pulls a reasonable amount of players. That's how you know shit dry as fuck. The same exact thing is happening with the game that I'm talking about today, but even worse, with only 1.5 updates throughout its 2 years on the platform. The game that I'm talking about is none other than Project Slayers. So get comfortable, because in this video, I'll be telling the story of Project Slayers within my perspective, since I basically watched the game from start to finish. I first learned about Project Slayers from Seiji4's video titled Project Slayers Direct, which was uploaded on October 12, 2021. This direct showcased a lot about the game, which got me hyped up. There were only 2 notable Demon Slayer games at that time, which was really surprising considering how popular the anime is. At first, the game stood out heavily because it was following the trend of GPO graphics. If you are a new gen, you wouldn't understand just how visually amazing the game was back in the day. GPO was commonly considered to be the best looking Roblox anime game for a long time. There was no confirmed release date, but the game looked nearly complete, so I was expecting it sometime in December or early 2022. Fuck no, nigga. I waited a total of 9 months for this game to drop. Don't get the wrong idea though. I love when devs spend time working on the game and adding things to it. Nothing should ever be rushed. But on release day, July 15th, 2022, public reception of the game wasn't very positive in the slightest. Many saw that the game didn't contain much content besides leveling a little bit at the start, getting a breathing or BDA, then farming bosses till you're max level. This being paired up with the insane game passes did not help its case, causing Project Slayers to be branded as a cash grab unanimously. As I continued to play the game, I couldn't quite see where this game took 9 months to release, but the real reason behind this makes me feel genuinely bad for Uwap and his team, but I'll get into that later in the video. I just assumed content would be added later on, cause why would Uwap just let his game die? 4 fucking months, nigga. We didn't get an update for another 4 months. On November 4th, 2022, the game received its first update. Thankfully, the update was pretty massive, containing an entirely new map, new bosses, new items, new breathing styles and BDAs, with a whole load of new clans. It was definitely worth the wait considering it felt like a whole new game just dropped on top of Project Slayers. One thing that I noticed at this point is that updates were going to be similar to GPO, slow and maybe satisfactory. The devs wouldn't add much in between updates, besides a couple bug fixes and codes to keep players online. However, this method of slowly updating does not work well in the long term. GPO, for example, is getting around 3 updates a year at this point, and is rarely ever spoken about. It's better to drop things like BDAs and breathing arts in monthly updates than massive ones whenever ready. But hey, I'm not a developer, so I can't imagine how difficult it must be to update that consistently. But at this point, I just assumed updates would take 4 months each. Alright, so the next one took 6 months. Like, what are we? So the game is currently at 1.5 updates after a whole fucking year, but barely shit was even added anyways. We maybe got a couple new BDAs and breathings, like 2 new bosses, and we also did get Mugen Train, but that was about it. He just added that shit, and then like 2 types of weapons that you have to grind your ass away for. Nobody wants to do that shit, but overall, it wasn't a bad update. I enjoyed it, my friends enjoyed it, I can't complain. So the next 4 months just consist of Uwap just sending random shit in the fucking announcements, trying to be all mysterious and shit like he's Cardi.
Love you, thank you.
2024 update 2, love y'all. And then continues to promise things like he's jangling keys in front of little kids. Well, he might as well be, bro. And so after a while, rumors started to spread that he just gave up on the game, and there was screenshots of him talking in the Beyond Nen Discord, basically saying that he won't be updating the game anymore. And so he finally pops into announcements and gives a message saying that that is not the case. Because of how poorly coded Project Slayers is, he is not able to easily update it, and so he doesn't have the time to work on the game and deal with the issues. So to basically summarize everything he said in that screenshot, until things get better, don't expect that update, buddy. So fast forward 3 months of OWAP being on that mysterious shit again, he tells everyone that there will be an announcement. We all expected a release date for an update, but instead we got told the fate of Project Slayers. That instead of there being a second update, now there is an entirely new game coming out. Look though, I don't blame OWAP for his decision. This is probably the best, no, it is the best decision moving forward, because if the code is that bad and we'll have updates coming out that slow, I'd rather have a new game. So it's not really that bad to know that there's a new game coming out. It's actually more of a positive thing. But there is just one issue. This is an entirely new game, separate from Project Slayers, which means data will be separate. Of course, he promised that game passes and items will be carried over, but stated some things will not. And I have a slight problem with one thing that may not be carried over, and that one thing is my clan. And let me tell you, I spent months on months getting spins just to get Kamada. I once sat there for 2 hours spinning 1,000 times. 1,000 spins, I didn't get shit. After months of not playing, I finally got that shit, right?
OWAP, if I don't see Kamada on my account when this new game drop, we gonna have a problem. I work for this shit, nigga. If I don't see it on my account in 10 days after release, we gon' have a problem, nigga. You think this a game, nigga? You think life, sunshine, and rainbows, nigga? I'm not playing with your ass. You see my Roblox account right here. You see my Discord right here. Let's talk about it, nigga. 10 days, OWAP. You got 10 days after release, nigga. I'm not joking. I'm dead serious. I'm not playing with you. I'm being dead ass. I'll get you, nigga.
Yo, what the fuck is wrong with me, bro?